way she bashes white men, the way she bashes like white people, or the way she kind of like it's like kind of her comedy always runs to like obnoxious or like smug, her
Yeah,
comedy.
yeah.
So
That's a point I like to make as well. Because literally, because like I said, every time you see her on screen, like especially in the late night show, all she does is
yeah,
basically make fun of white people.
yeah, like no lie, like when I was watching the 16 minutes of it, it's always
Uh-huh.
something to do with like not liking white people. Like there was this guy, what was his name? Rain. The first guest was Rain Bryan or something like that, like an
Uh-huh.
actor.
Uh-huh.
And he came in with a white noise. Rain Wilson. He came in with a white noise.
What do you mean white noise?
R- you know that thing that like kind of ASMR thing. You switch the machine and it makes noise like
Oh, you mean like that
ambient like
buzzing white noise?
yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
so 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 there's this actor Rain Wilson. I think he's the one who starred in The
Because
Office.
the thing
He's
is that
white.
no, because the thing is that I thought you actually meant white noise, as in like him being white or some shit. I was like, wait.
Oh no no no. So you know The Office, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wayne Dwight, I think, was it Dwight
The one
Wayne?
with the glasses, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think he's the one. He was the one who starred in her show. For the first guest, right? He
Oh,
came
okay.
in. He came in with a white noise machine for her, and then like when she played it, it was like all the white stuff, all the white related content was. So basically, for a good solid like I think 3 to 4 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
it was just her and him talking about like this white noise. Every time she press it, there's like different types of noises appearing, and she asked him, "What is it? I don't know what it is." And then he tries to explain it like because it's white, it's a white thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
for example, she was listening to coffee or something, and she was like, "What is
Mm-hmm.
this?" And he's like, "It's it's those girls, who are ordering lattes by the pumpkin side, something like that. Like,
Uh,
like insinuation of like white things because it was a white noise. Like for three solid minutes, which I thought was like so boring. It just kept going on and on. Like there was one about like the sound of a tattoo, and she was like, "What is this? It sounds like a tattoo." And then he was like, "Yeah, it's the sound of someone who puts on a tattoo of a Chinese word that they don't even understand." But I'm like,
which is like a very white thing, like stereotypically white person thing to
yeah,
do. Okay.
but it lasted for like a good how many minutes, and I thought it was so boring, and in a way, like I think my media player crashed, and I was like so glad that it was crashing because I was like, God, I cannot take any more of this.
Uh,
And yeah, I mean, going back to how we talk about her type of comedy, I realize it has evolved into like obnoxious, like stuck up kind of comedy because I feel like her I feel like her formula for a joke is point out that she's a woman, drag down all the white men, and
mm-hmm.
then taking it back with how she is better than everyone, how she has a late night show, and so your opinions don't matter because she's the one that has a late night show, and then she also talks about how like she sorry she has a mansion.
Oh, yeah, okay.
like
That's really sticking in there. Okay.
I mean these things are I've never honestly that was my first like I think that was my first time noticing how rare it was for people who have like comedic skills have ever done this kind of comedy before, like the comedy of like bringing yourself up in a way where it's like obnoxious. It's not even like it's passive aggressive comedy, it's not even comedy. I feel it's just like
It's just being like passive aggressive in general.
yeah, it's like a literally it's literally just a statement of like, yeah, I'm better than you, so what, so what
Yeah, it's
you know
it's like a weird way. It's basically, if I have to describe it, it's kind of like the anti Conan O'Brien. Because
oh
like,
really.
yeah, because Conan O'Brien, because I do watch a little bit of like, not a little bit, sorry, but quite a bit of late night show hosting,
Yep,
and
yep.
like I'm a little biased definitely because Conan O'Brien is probably my favorite like late night show host.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is that with Conan O'Brien, in a lot, if you watch a lot of his sketches or what he calls what do you call it, he calls it something where he basically just does weird things outside of the actual studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you'll notice that a lot of his comedy revolves around making him look bad, like making himself look bad. You know, in
Oh,
in every
really?
in every, if not all of the jokes that he makes, he always makes it so that he looks bad, not bad as in like an evil. terrible person. Which, to be fair, he does do that sometimes, but
Yeah.
he usually makes fun of himself. Like, oh, look at me. Like for example, Microsoft. Yes, that's what my wife calls. That's what my wife says every night or something like that. You know, it's like Mike. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
he does these type of jokes,
Like self-deprecating jokes, right?
self-deprecating humor. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Or like sometimes where he
the
makes himself like a creep or something like that. That's why I was. That's why I said when you said like it's a comedy that brings yourself up, it's kind of like the anti Conan O'Brien.
yeah, it's kind of weird because the thing is like I told you just now, like the YouTube channel, community channel.
Mm-hmm.
She Natalie Tran, she was also one of the top back in 2012 because she made
Mm-hmm.
like weekly videos of like kind of skits, like relatable skits, but it was done so wittily that it was funny,
Okay.
very, it's like subtle humor, but it's funny.
Mm.
um and she also does it in a way of like self deprecating jokes, which was like really cool because, like, for example, there used to be a lot of haters who commented on her stuff, like probably like just spammers and like trolls. And then she actually made a segment of uh what is it called, she made a segment, so every end of the video she would say like, oh, it's time for what is it, video slash porno music video time or something like that. So it was
Mm.
basically just her reading out like hating comments or shitty comments against her, and then she tries to like kind of like defend herself, but in a like self-deprecating way, because it comes back to like shit on her again gitu.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Which I thought was like joyful, because she even says like, my mom doesn't even know what gender I was when I grew up. She thought I was a boy, you
Okay.
know. And I just thought like, damn, like that's funny shit. But Lily does it in a way where it's like, I don't even I don't even think that's what I'm saying, like it amazes me how people like even her writers, even the people behind her who are doing this, are like telling her this is great, what you're doing is, everybody loves what you're doing. And I thought it's just so, it's kind of like you're fighting for the same thing, to be honest. Like you're saying you're fighting against, for example, you're fighting against racism, but you're also making fun of white people. Like, isn't that the same thing? Like, aren't you doing the same shit? Like, and what's stupid is that, no, not stupid, but like what's funny is that I think somebody pointed it out, one of the YouTubers. Um, her writing team or like her production team were mostly white people. They were
Yeah,
white men.
that's why I found out as well. Cause like when this is a long time ago when I found out that she had a show. Like, cause the thing is that I think a lot of people made fun, not made fun, sorry, but they were commenting on the fact that like, oh, look at her, she's what do you call it? She keeps picking fun of white people or blah 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 this and that. But then
Right.
look at her, like her team, it's just mostly white people. So
Yeah,
how
there was
can
a
you?
picture, I think, like a compilation of her teams, right? And then like literally there was one room where like it was literally all white, most like 98% white men.
Yeah, so it's like how could you put
That's why, to me, the conspiracy of like, of the one I told you, of how they're purposely doing this is,
ah
that's why I thought like it could be real, because like I don't get it, like why is she saying all these things when she's working with the, I mean, it just boggles my mind. How do you, it's like you're sleeping with your enemy, but you're working for your enemy too, but you hate your enemy? What?
yeah, like it's weird. The basically is what you're saying, right? The antagonistic nature of how she treats white men, even though the writing
Most
staff or the
are,
production team were like, yeah, even I
exactly,
think even the MBC executives are white men, aren't they?
is what, yeah, exactly.
Majority of them.
So
Yeah.
I don't know why she's able to just point all of this